What's going on, everyone? I've got an Axial SCX10 This was an RTR that I purchased secondhand. It's actually at a local pawn shop, and I saw it up on the shelf and took a look and realized that it had quite a few upgrades done to it. It came with some extra parts as well, and I feel like it was a great deal. That being said, it needs a few things. So the stock transmission, the gears are starting to wear out a little bit. You can't probably see too well in there, but they're not bad. But this is packed with old dried up grease, and a lot of the plastic itself had kind of caked up inside. So I cleaned that out using Q-tips. Cleaned this case out as well. And I went today and was able to get this set at a local hobby shop. So those metal gears will replace these plastic gears. I plan on using some marine grease, which I have down here. Just typical old marine grease. I think from what I've heard, that's one of the best go-tos. I got some new body clips as well. It's got the body itself, which will be upgraded at some point down the road. But going over the truck itself, someone's added some weights here. The wheels themselves are what seem to be metal beadlocks with brass inserts in there. Very heavy. It does have this, what I think are the stock Nitto trail grapplers, 1.9s. Yeah, they are, I believe, stock. They're surprisingly heavy. I took them off last night because I did have to essentially, not necessarily rebuild all the shocks, but I all of these Proline scalar shocks, which, I mean, really cool shocks, and I was surprised when I looked up to see how expensive they were. But they were all leaking, and that's been a complaint that people have had about these shocks, that they leak like crazy. So I took the old fluid out, put in some Team Lozy 50 weight, I believe, in the red bottle, and just really paid attention to make sure I got the seals lined up properly. I'm hoping they won't leak again. See, this does have the Dynamite ESC, waterproof ESC, no on-off switch. I think this is the same as Axial's ESC. I think Axial got that same ESC from Dynamite and then just put their logo on it initially. So the scalar shocks, steel beadlocks with brass inserts, weight here, and then underneath the truck, it does have these really cool steel Nerf bars, rock sliders. You can see they've definitely taken some abuse already. Does have this, if you can see the logo on there, it's I can barely even see it. Looks like KYX skid plate kit. So that came with the differential skids. It already had the steel links on it, which took it to a 313 millimeter wheelbase, 12.3 inch, which is great. This guy protects this skid, which is excellent, because this thing, you can see how beat up the rest of the truck actually is. You can see those links have taken some abuse, as have the differential covers, axles, but look at that. That guy is pristine there. Another cool thing is I believe these are Vanquish drive shafts, possibly. I could be wrong. Incision. Just some really nice steel drive shafts there. And see some other upgrades. So yeah, the steel links. I think maybe some of the axles themselves had been upgraded. I did find in a bag of parts, I found some steel axles. I'm not sure if those were the stocks and they had been upgraded. I haven't dug in that far. But it is going to be getting some other upgrades. So today it is just going to get the steel gears and the transmission here. I'm also going to be pulling the diff covers off to make sure those have grease. And I think that's about it. Oh, this had an upgraded Tactic servo as well. This had the Tactic TSX57 steering servo, digital servo in there, which is great. It seems very powerful. And I feel like there's something else I was forgetting. I might come back to it if I remember. But it did come with this little bag of gears here, which are hot racing steel transmission gears. And what led me to even get into this transmission is I was like, oh, I'll put those gears in. Why not? Whoever had them just never got to it. Well, it turns out those are not for this transmission. Those are for the other one. Not sure what the name of that one is, but I believe this is the AX10 transmission, which seems to be pretty stout from everything I heard. This is for the other set. So whoever had this probably bought those thinking they'd be great. Turns out they wouldn't work. And I do have a Team Brood crawler motor that's currently in my Slash. I put it in there kind of as a temporary fix, as I'm planning to go brushless. But I might be putting that Team Brood motor in this to see how that does. But yeah, kind of a cool little score. I reinvigorated my interest in RC, and you know, I'm pretty happy with this thing. So we're gonna get some work done to it and hopefully make some cool videos with it. You can see those brass weights in there. And I guess I'm going to be doing a little down the road review on these shocks as well, just see if changing that oil and just cleaning them up and making sure those seals were in there right was enough to keep them from leaking. I guess we will see. But on that note, just wanted to do a little update on that. So more videos to come, I think. And yeah, we'll see y'all down the road.